Greetings, everyone. I trust you're well. It's a Monday. Happy New Week, and I'm wishing you a productive week full of fun. I'm experiencing load shedding, so you can just see the lighting a bit, but I just showed up. I just had to improvise and use every resources that I have so that I can continue with the live. So I'm Mashudu Mbele, the Mind Doctor, and I'm excited to be here. And if it's for the first time you're tuning in, so welcome to my circle. And yeah, let's see and just share how you're finding. And to those who have been there before, just share how you're finding tuning into these sessions, and also take your friends and your families as well. So today's discussion is how to master your emotional intelligence. And this month, I've been saying that I'll be focusing on how to be an effective leader. And part of being an effective leader is mastering your own emotions as well. And that is quite key. And another thing which is quite beautiful is just that it's raining today. It's a raining day. I don't know where you are. Where I am, it's raining, but I understand there are floods which are happening. So guys, just be safe wherever you are. And if you're tuning in, say hello. And if you're listening to this as a replay, just say type replay. So let's get into it. So how do you master how do you master your emotional intelligence? And one might ask, what is emotional intelligence? Basically, it's all about recognizing and managing your own emotions and being aware of others' emotions. Because if you're aware of your emotions, you're able to have amazing relationships. So it helps you to have a positive relationship. And if you are in the workplace, or if you're running your own organization, even at home, wherever you are, because you are a leader wherever you are, doesn't only end at work. So everyone is a leader wherever you are. So it helps you to foster those amazing positive relationships as well, and to make the place wherever you are to be a productive area, which is quite positive, and people will be excited. Like, imagine if you are a mom or dad and you're aware of your emotions, and your kids always look forward to being at home. I see there's a comment. Let me just move around. Hi, Nosa. Yes, the video will be available. So I will say it will also be available on my YouTube. The beauty about YouTube is that you can download the content and listen to it later. So subscribe to my YouTube. It's Mashudu Mbele as well. So I'm live on Instagram, on Facebook, and also on LinkedIn, and it will also be saved on YouTube. But do subscribe so that you don't miss out. Thank you for showing up. I know you're quite busy. I couldn't do it later. I've got so much work to do and so many commitments, but I just said, let me show up. So let's get into it. I've got Lebu, welcome, hello, and we've got Enzo Luxury, welcome, guys, and just say hi there. So I just described what emotional intelligence is. So how do you master it? There are 5 key things that you need to do. Basically, one of them is to communicate effectively. So when you're a leader, wherever you are, you need to learn to communicate more effectively with others. And I grew up because I grew up in a place where there was a lot of violence, and I was just so scared to communicate. And I'm naturally an introvert. But when one starts growing up and running business and working, you have to communicate, and people can't read your mind. So it's important that you communicate yourself. You use the emotional language, you read body language, how people are perceiving you. Because before even someone speaks, you just have to read their body. Because normally when you meet someone, you create your own perceptions about them, how they're looking, and at the moment they speak, you can connect as well. So it's about listening and being clear about who you are. So it's important that you communicate. And then the second one is to build strong relationships with your teams, whether it's your team at work or at home. Bring those strong relationships. Imagine a child not wanting to come back home because you are not able to manage your emotions. So it's an opportunity. Have genuine concern for others. Ask them. I grew up learning that I just need to work. I don't have to worry about my kids, until one time I found out that whoever was my caregiver was abusing my kids. And I wouldn't even communicate because even my parents, they didn't know, but that is how they were taught. They were just taught that you get food and you get clothes and that's it, and you can't speak. And we're in the era where our kids speak up. So you have to generally, I had to learn as well after that incident that I didn't know what was happening with my girls. I was just focusing on my work. To learn to speak to my kids, I had to learn to be able to speak to them because they are different ages, and my siblings, how you speak to them, how you ask them how they are, you read body language. So it's something that you can learn. It's a skill that you can learn, and it can empower you to have a lovely, lasting relationship with your family, with your kids and your employees or your loved ones. So work to build trust and support, because once trust is broken, it's so hard. It's like a glass. Look at a glass. The moment the glass falls, it's so hard to pick up the pieces. But one has to continue working on that when you are dealing with human beings. Because if it's your employees, you have to work. And if the relationship is still not working, you have to cut it. So you have to make those tough decisions. So number 3, what do? You manage your emotions effectively. So you have to learn to use breathing exercise. If you're feeling agitated, you can count 1 to 10 before you speak, or you can just take breath work. I remember one of my boyfriends I used to go out with. Yeah. So when he used to piss me off, I'll just swear. Or just say whatever comes on my mind. I know people say, no, that is not. I had to learn. That experience taught me. I always think about it before I speak. So because I'm an introvert, I'll be running lots of scenarios, trying to say, okay, this one, when it comes this way, it's better. So I had to learn to not just speak, because whatever you say, if you haven't thought about it deeply, you would damage relationship. And that relationship taught me you don't just do that. So I had to internalize what I had to say as well. But sometimes there are situations where you have to speak up, but just compose yourself and think quickly and do it. And if you have the opportunity to go and compose yourself, think about what that relationship, what your emotions, your outburst. And if you have done something wrong, go and apologize and say, I was not in it. But you shouldn't do it every day. It shouldn't be a habit and you say, this is me. That is not you. You need to be able to manage your emotions and manage your stresses and manage your anxiety. So that is quite key as a person. So breathe. And if you're a leader, wherever you are, there are those heightened discussions. Just breathe. Or just do a distraction, just clap hands. I know it might sound crazy, but you just to distract your mind, to remove from that the fear and flight and fighting mode, just for you to recompose yourself. So also practice self-awareness. So that is number 4, practice self-awareness. What does that entail? So you become more aware of who you are, where you are, and also self-management, being aware of other people as well, understanding your behaviors, your triggers. Like for me, I'm aware I'm not a morning person. So exercising is key, so that when in the morning before the kids wake up, that I have got endorphins released in my body, so that when they speak to me, I'm not gloomy and all this. So you need to be aware and look at how important those relationships that you have, whether it's with your family, your kids, your job, or everything. Because if you're a leader wherever you are, whatever people are showing you, they're just showing you because you are the leader. So people will always replicate what you're doing. They just show you who you are. So if there's chaos within you, you'll see chaos around you. So if there's chaos within you, work with it, and then the chaos around you will start to dissipate. So that is something you need to work on. I see we've got also, we say welcome. Let me see who else. And we've got Lewu Mutlung as well. Welcome. We've got Milk and Honey. Welcome. We've got MSG Leseke. Welcome, guys. Tell your friends and just share as well. Also share what you're learning. So did you hear what are the 4 things that I mentioned of how to master your emotional intelligence? Just type them so that people can learn as well when they're coming to say, oh, this is what they were talking about. And then the other one is to develop empathy. I'm an empath. And at times, empaths, we like being saviors. We like being God. But here it's not about you being God. It's you being aware and also listening to others. It's all about putting yourself in others' shoes, but not at the detriment of yourself. So you need to be able to see when you are overstepping being the empath, you're an over empath or you're an under empath. And also use your emotional language. So it's not wrong to be an empath, but it's how you manage yourself, not being God working, behaving like you're God and doing things and then later resenting people. So that is quite important. So developing your emotional intelligence is an ongoing process. You don't just master it like that. It's a skill that you have to continue cultivating it on a daily basis. So it needs consistency. Any skill needs consistency. You need to practice, like math. I did math. Math, you cannot just read. You have to practice so that it becomes easier when the exam comes. So you need to become an effective leader. You need to build stronger relationships with whoever. It could be your company, if you are running your social media, because running your social media also, you're being a leader in whatever you're doing, you're being an influential, but it's how you do it. So you need to be aware of those people that you have and manage those relationships properly, and creative, positive, and supportive work environment. Make wherever you are to be supportive. So I trust it makes sense, and also type what you have learned, and if you're coming through it later, just type replay. Whilst we're still on that, I had a master's self-mastery masterclass yesterday. If you missed that and you still want to be part of it, let me know. Send me an email. Your email, I'll forward you the recording, the link to the recording. You can email me at coach@enablersolutions.co.za, or you can send a WhatsApp on 061 518-3208. So I'd like you to be part of that so that you can master yourself, because when you master yourself, you become an unstoppable person. You'll be able to tap to the talent and gifts that you have. You become the master of who you are, and you become this amazing person. I'll see we've got Dalisa as well. Welcome, guys. So just to recap, if you missed, do listen to the recording. Just to recap, how do you master your emotional intelligence? There are 5 things. You develop your empathy, you practice self-awareness, you build strong relationships with your teams, you communicate effectively, and you manage your emotions effectively. And I'll continue, so do look out for the next live next week. Well, I'll be still expanding on how to be an effective leader, because that is what we're talking about this month. And also, I'm also running the 45-day mindset makeover challenge on a WhatsApp group, the business WhatsApp group on Enabler Solutions. If you still want to be part of that, we're on day 6 today, so do join. And there's some amazing things that are coming through. Even those who are on the group, they don't know what is coming through, but do come and join and come and listen and be part of this journey where you master your mindset, and you won't be the same after the 45 days. So I invite you. So thank you so much for tuning in and taking the time to listen to me. Do like and follow in all my socials and share this discussion so that one can learn on how to master their own emotions. And it's all about cultivating one skill at a time. It's all about you being a better version of yourself. And that is all we are all about. And I love empowering people to greatness. And also it's through understanding themselves through the mind. With that being said, enjoy your week. Have a lovely week. Be productive and add value wherever you are. If you're not okay, ask for help, shout out. And if you need to set a coaching session, send me a message on 061 518 3208. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.